So anyway, this special guy, Emmanuel, goes through a circumcision. Still doesn't have a rabbi. Still doesn't have nothing. He's doing it because he knows it's the right thing to do. It's just part of the step. There's no promise of anything. Later that day, I get posts on the internet, and I see from Emmanuel. So I text him, like, what, the surgery didn't happen? And he says to me, no, it happened. I had the surgery this morning. So I'm like, aren't you in pain? He goes, yeah, I'm in pain. So I said, so why don't you go rest? So he tells me, where are the Jews going to get their Torah if I'm sleeping? So on the day of his circumcision, he's still doing Kiruv. And yet, my own brothers and sisters have to beg them to give out a CD for $1. The guy is not even obligated, he's doing Kiruv on the day of a circumcision. So that was the story that I said in the lectures. Moved a lot of people, Baruch Hashem. What does it have to do with miracles? Right? That's the part that Amos has been waiting for this whole time. 2 hours plus he's waiting for this story. Okay. So a lot of people were moved by this story. And as Hashem would have it in His perfect self that He is, He made sure that at least a few of those people that were moved by this story were watching this lecture in Bulgaria. In a very small Jewish community in Bulgaria, 3 hours away from where Emmanuel is. With a tzaddik Rabbi Yoel, who hears about this and contacts me less than a week ago. 4 or 5 days, a week ago, let's say. Call it a week ago. Contacts me and he says, some of the people in my keilah watch your lecture and they mentioned you said something about a tzaddik from Bulgaria. We'd like to help him. Convert, whatever needs to happen. So we'd like to help him. So I said, yeah, what we need is, he's tzaddik, he's learning Torah, he's got Yirat Shamayim, he's helping us with Kiruv. Only problem is we don't have any rabbis to convert him anywhere near where he is. And can you help? So the rabbi responds to me and he says, yes, I actually have a conversion program. It takes about a year or two, but if he knows as much as you say, it could take even less. Baruch Hashem. Well, that wasn't enough. That's not enough. When Hashem gives it to you, He says, Yeshuat Hashem ke'erefain. Salvation of Hashem is faster than the blink of an eye. But the salvation of Hashem is not like a human being. It's not a lotto ticket. Salvation of Hashem, when He gives it to you, He gives you the whole bank. So this is just the beginning. So I tell this to Emmanuel. Emmanuel cries pretty much. I start crying. My wife starts crying. Everyone's crying. Vimesh is crying. This is just, what are the chances? Think about this. What are the chances of mentioning the story Bechlal in the story? Okay, so let's say it's a good story. I tell the story. What are the chances of somebody in Bulgaria actually watching this shiur out of all the shiurs there are in the world? On top of it, what are the chances of them watching that specific shiur of mine that mentions that story? And last but not least, them actually caring. The chances are infinite. It's infinite. It's not humanly possible. Any one of those things, and on top of it, actually caring, and last but not least, actually being able to help Bechlal, even if they care. A lot of people care. They care about dogs, they care about cats, they care about some little guy that's walking around half naked for the last 30 years I've been in America. There's the same little kid in Africa with a fly on his head. They care about him too, and they give money to the Red Cross, even though 99 cents out of every dollar goes to their CEO and the rest of his friends. Not the little kid that's already grown up with the fly on his head. They care about a lot of things, but most people can't do anything about it. So think about Hashem, how amazing and perfect Hashem is. The one guy can help, tells another guy. He watches. Rabbi ends up being a tzaddik, wants to help. I tell this to Emmanuel. Emmanuel says, I hope they have patience for me. Because all the money that I had, I spent it on the circumcision. As he's finishing sending me this message, he gets a call or a message, I think a call. And he sends me the message. He goes, something very unusual is happening, Rabbi. He says, a Mr. Cohen from the Keilah called me and he said that not only do they want to help me, but they're going to pay for everything for me. They're going to pay for me to come there. They're going to give me talit, tefillin, sidur, tzitzit. Everything is paid for, and they're going to help me move there, Bezrat Hashem. He's finishing the sentence. He's saying, I don't have any money. I don't have any money to pay. I hope they have patience for me. As he finishes the sentence, Yishtabach Shemo La'ad, he gets the call from one of the people, apparently the person that watched the shiur. Watched the shiur, says, you have nothing to worry about. Hashem is watching. You see now why we mentioned why Hashem gets so upset when someone is idol worshipping. You leave the endless ocean and you go to a little hole in the middle of the desert. That's what Hashem said about idol worshippers. That's what He says about people that are not religious and connected to Him on a regular basis and want to stay secular because they want to have fun. Do you understand why it's so offensive to go against Hashem? Whether it's idol worship or it's secular mentality or it's modernizing something that's you're not even allowed to touch. He's everything. He's watching in the middle of a place that has no Jews. He created a keilah just for somebody that wanted to seek the truth. Any proof that I've been teaching for the last couple of years that I've been teaching, I think this is better than all of them. But it's not it. It's one Kiruv story. You could say, it's a coincidence. I have another guy helping me. Tzaddik. Daniel, Baruch Hashem, I've been my student for a little while. He's trying to help us. He joined Team Hashem. And he's trying to build his life. He's trying to get stuff together. He definitely lives in a difficult situation.
In America?
He's in America. He's in New York. And he does Kiruv, posts our things on the internet. Baruch Hashem helped our numbers go through the roof. We're reaching tens of thousands of people every single week just through his posts. Aside from all the other things we do. 75, 80,000 people each week. Just through his posts, another 70,000 here, another 100,000 there. I mean, it's amazing. Hundreds of thousands of things going throughout the entire world, spreading the purity of Torah in its purest form to people. At least the way I know it. The way it says it. And he's a soldier, non-stop posting. Only one that I know does more than anybody else is Vimesh. Vimesh, I can't wait to see the miracles that are going to happen to him when he's in the final stage. I think, honestly, Hashem's going to split the ocean for him. Like, no one does more Kiruv than Vimesh, by the way. I wish I could do as much as Vimesh. What a tzaddik.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.